Hi, have a good day. So now we will discuss about the six categories of drugs and their side effects. So first, the central nervous system. What is central nervous system? Depressant. It is a type of drug that slows down brain activities, which causes the muscles to relax and calms and soothes a person's central nervous system. Also, to use to treat insomnia, or if you have a trouble sleeping, anxiety, panic attacks, and seizures. So these are the examples of drugs: alcohol, barbiturates, benzodiazepines, and mini sleeping pills. So second, central nervous system stimulant. What is this kind of drugs? It is a type of drug that increases the levels of certain chemicals in the brain and increases alertness, attention, energy, and physical activity. Central nervous system stimulants also raise blood pressure, or increasing your blood pressure and increase heart rate and breathing rate. So these are the examples of central nervous system stimulants: amphetamines, methylphenidoxymethamphetamine, armodafinil, cocaine, modafinil, and others. So third is hallucinogens. It is are a diverse group of drugs that alter perception, thoughts, and feelings. They cause hallucinations or sensations and images that seem real but they are not. It is also a split into two categories, which are classic hallucinogens and dissociative drugs. So these are the types or the examples of hallucinogens: LSD, mescaline, psilocybin, PCP, cannabis, ecstasy, ketamine, salvia, and others. The term hallucinogen referred is the dissociative drugs distort perception of sight and sound and produce feelings of detachment or dissociation from the environment and self. These mind-altering effects are not hallucinations. PCP and ketamine are therefore more properly known as dissociative aesthetics, while the example of dissociative drugs are marijuana or nicotine, ketamine, dextromethorphan or DXM, or also known as DXM, salvia diphenyrum, nitrous oxide. Next, the narcotic analgesic drugs, which mean a substance used to treat moderate to severe pain, and also narcotics are like opiates such as morphine and codeine, but are not made from opium. They bind to opioid receptors in the central nervous system. Also, narcotics is also known as opioids, which have a which is, can give a medication for the pain. And these are the examples of narcotic analgesic. So first is codeine, fentanyl, hydrocodone, hydromorphone, meperidine, morphine, oxycodone, and tramadol. So these are the examples of a narcotic analgesics, which are codeine, fentanyl, hydrocodone, hydromorphone, meperidine, morphine, oxycodone, and tramadol. So lastly is the inhalants. Inhalants are mostly known by are the things that are breathed in to give the user an immediate rush or high. So these are the examples of inhalants that includes our glues, paint thinners, dry cleaning fluids, gasoline, field tip marker fluid, and hairspray. So these are the three popular drug has been used by the drug addiction. So the first one is the marijuana, the second one is the alcohol, and the last one is the shabu. So now we will tackle about the side effects of drugs in psychological, emotional, and physical. So first, psychological effects of drug addiction comes from the reason the user is addicted to drugs, as well as the changes that take place in the brain once a person becomes a drug addict. Initially, many people start using drugs to cope with their stress or pain. The second one is the physical effects of drug addiction. So, physical effects of drug addiction vary by drug but are typically seen in all systems of the body. Some of the primary physical effects of a drug addiction take place in the brain. Drug addiction changes the way the brain functions and impacts how the body perceives pleasures. These effects of drug addictions are because the drug repeatedly floods the brain with the chemical dopamine and serotonin during drug use. The brain adapts and comes to expect and depend on this drug includes highs. Lastly, the emotional effects of drugs. So, it can cause depressed mood swings, emotional outbursts, and persistent irritability. So now we will tackle about the other side effects of using drugs. So now, how does drug affects a person? It can cause seizures, stroke, mental confusion, and brain damage, lung disease, problems with memory, attention and decision making, which make daily living more difficult, global effects of drugs on the body, such as breast development in men and increases in body temperature, which can lead to other health problems. So, what are the effects of drugs in the community? How do drugs negatively affect society? In health, drug issues cause ill health in several different ways. Also, it affects our families. One person's drug use can have ramifications for the entire family. In workplace issues, people who use drug have far less productivity in the workplace than others. And also, it can cause crime and environmental damage. So now, what is the effects or what are the effects of drug on your family or on the family members? So the effects of drug addiction on family members, especially during their childhood years, it can create lasting problems. Drug abuse is an expensive habit you may spend every time you can on your next fix. That doesn't leave a lot for the bills. Also, it affects children the most. They may not receive the care or even love they need. Going without the essential wear them down, and they may grow up to fear and expect neglect. So that's all for today, or about my discussion about the 6 categories of drugs and their effects. So I hope you enjoy and you like it.